What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Polestar. Today it's getting a lot of attention and I want to break it down on why, go over some of the data points and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, it is up 18.6%. 97 cents has been the high, kind of just broke off of that momentarily, but a lot of volume. So 42.9 million shares being traded, 15.2 is the average. Even though the volume is looking very good, a lot of the volume being done today is linked to shorting as well as algorithmic trading, because you don't see all that much transactions on the secondary market above $100,000. In fact, you don't see any today. So big money isn't the culprit on why it is going up. Rather, there's two things. So Polestar did recently put this out on the 28th, and it just said Polestar publishes full year 2023 results, sets the date for Q1 results and Q2 global volumes. And so that is going to be for July the 2nd. And as you can kind of see right here, there's going to be a live audio webcast on, I guess, July the 2nd, 8 a.m. US Eastern. And so I think that's pretty good stuff. I think the timing is very convenient for Polestar. As I've said, July the 3rd is going to be the 30th consecutive trading day below $1. So they definitely do have a interest in pushing it higher. So that does mean that these numbers most likely are good. I think that's what the market is kind of reading between the lines. And they wouldn't do this based on everything if they weren't good, because that could be the dagger for it. But essentially, there was one other thing that did come out. It says Polestar Automotive price target maintained with a $5 per share by Cantor Fitzgerald. And so the weird thing about this is it must have just been an article or just kind of a discussion, not a official reiteration, only because popping over to IBKR, which gets all their information from TipRanks, and that's obviously the biggest entity out there for ratings, it doesn't show anything. So you do see Cantor Fitzgerald 5 months ago did give that $5 rating, a buy rating. Andre Shepard, though, has a 31% success rating. I think he's kind of the worst of the worst for all the analysts that cover EVs. Pretty much once EVs, or if one of the, I don't know, he's basically like one step ahead of like a McDonald's employee for the most part, because 31% success rate, I can flip like 6 coins and I'd have a better rating than him. But beside the point though, that is one of the things that is, in my opinion, causing it to go up as well, even though I don't really see it happening behind the scenes. On a side note though, you also do see through IBKR, it does have the SEC Rule 201 been triggered. So that's an uptick rule. So that's kind of good for kind of to combat against shorts and whatever else. But still, moving on though, I'm going to go over some of the current data points and everything else. So stay tuned for this live stream tomorrow. I could pop on if you guys are interested. Let me know your thoughts on that. But like I said at the very beginning, the majority of the volume being done today is linked to algorithmic trading, because you can tell that based on the barcoding, as well as shorts. So right now, shorts are returning 501,000 shares, and that actually is net. So keep in mind, they're trading back and forth. Net, they are returning 501,000 shares. I think they've so far make up around 50 or almost 60% of the daily volume today. So shorts are playing a very big part in all of that. But their cost to borrow is a little bit lower than yesterday, or the last trading day, so I guess Friday. 13.24%, utilization 92.43, short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is 80.24. 27.39 million shares overall are being shorted. So potentially tomorrow, if they do really surprise the market, this could go up. As I've said, Polestar literally hands down is one of the most discounted EVs in the market. Like, there's no arguing, nothing about that whatsoever. So yeah, like previous videos, I've even said, based on the price point, which I think at the time was like 76 or something like that, I said that even if they come out with their earnings and it's horrific, there's only so much downside it can go. And shorts know that. That's why they've been kind of easing off for the most part up until today. But I think there's always been a lot more upside than down. It was just a matter of time for Polestar to actually put out their earnings. Question is, I don't know if they're going to get in trouble by the NASDAQ, because they did previously state that it would be in June. And even though it's July 2nd, very, very close, I don't know if the NASDAQ will essentially care. And so just stay tuned for that. But 97,000 calls, 15,000 puts, 68% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish, and more so oriented around $1, if not $1.50 by the end of July 19th, because they only do have monthly options chains. So not the best, but right now with it sitting at 94 and change, it is trading between this R2 and this R3. So very big reversal today. So bouncing off of that 80 cent mark. So 96.2 is going to be that next strong resistance / target. And then 88 cents is going to be that next strong support. And so, yeah, I think there's going to be a hell of a lot of volatility tomorrow, but most likely the bigger entities out there / I don't know, just algorithmic trading, depending on their earnings, of course, is going to really push it above $1 and kind of reset the clock with the NASDAQ, in my own opinion, of course. And today you do see it really breaking out, so higher percentile of the Bollinger Band. Looking at stochastic, you do see a nice bullish deviation, so white line above the red, plus it is at 65. So still under the neutral category. If it does continue on, then it will be considered overbought. But then again, with a stock being considered overbought, like it can do that as it kind of resets for the most part. A number of retail investors have been getting into Polestar over this last little bit, ever since it looks like June the 5th, 2024. So let me know your thoughts on Polestar. What do you think for their numbers? Do you think it's going to be horrific? And when it comes to the Q2, I guess, global volumes, do you think that's going to shock the market, or at least Polestar investors, or what's your take? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with all that said, and actually, sorry, one thing, take advantage of this promo while you can. It is only up until July the 31st. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.